From the lines across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Society Watch on Atlantic Television Network. Remember, you can join us on all our media platforms, Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, X Atlantic TV Net. You can also watch us live on our website, atlanticnetwork.tv. And joining me on this conversation is a lecturer in information management technology, Captain Elechi Amadi Polytechnic, Dr. Weke Emmanuel.
Thank you. Good afternoon, viewers.
Good afternoon. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
Our first story for today is from Rivers State. A tragic incident occurred at the LMS section of the East-West Road in Rivers State, where two tanker drivers struggled for space, leading to collision between the heavy-duty truck and the petrol-laden tanker. This collision caused a rupture in the trailer of the tanker, spilling petrol and igniting a massive fire that consumed over 70 cars and claimed 5 lives. The Federal Road Safety Corps blamed the drivers for the tragedy. The FRSC deployed officials to the scene to manage the situation and create a division through the Oyibo area to ease traffic congestion. President Bola Tinubu and the Nigerian Governors Forum condoles with the families of the victims and called for stricter safety regulations in the transportation of petroleum products to prevent such tragedies in the future. It's quite a sad one, and may the souls of those departed rest in peace. Dr. Wike, do you think this will have a way of sending signal, or better still information to the federal government that they need to do something about the route whereby these heavy-duty vehicles should apply and where the small vehicles should also apply, even though some individuals are saying that this is as the issue of bad road construction? What is your take on what happened in Rivers State on Saturday?
Well, thank you very much. The first thing there is every Rivers man is in sorry mood now. He's in a great mood. Everybody is mourning because it's a very large-scale tragedy. You know, over 70 cars and lives taken by this singular incident. That has once again shown us in bad light emergency handling and the approximate attention we give to incidents such as this. It's one of the guys that was in the midst of this incident made an assertion that it would have been difficult for rescue in terms of that. But trust me, he didn't speak from the expert point of view, maybe like a curious man who wanted to escape from the scene of horror. But those who are trained in this type of issue, emergency matters, should have known better how to, right? But where am I going to? I'm talking about, you see that road, you see road safety officers, then the next police. It's like a toll gate, like a toll tune. You must toll in before you're allowed to go on. We don't see the real thing about road safety. We're talking about road safety now because the road safety man is making a statement. We don't see any kind of safety from the road safety officials. You see a road safety man standing. We don't see any firefighting equipment around, close by. I don't know if I get what I'm saying. You don't see people who from time to time brandish their fire extinguishers, right?
Okay.
So what the road safety thing, I don't know. If not, I don't really know what their work is, to be frank. Is it like the major role of the road safety people is to check tires, people's tires, if it has expired, or if whatever, you don't have driver license, then they pay you money, allegedly pay bribe, and then continue their way. Is that their role? People should be taught how to handle emergencies like this, awareness, how to handle road issues, not to talk about creating a diversion where people already know where to run away from. You know, because the persons who escaped from the route didn't tell us that there were road safety officials that were there to cause diversion.
Exactly.
I'm sure they will also have stampered for their own life, since there were no vehicles coming for them to check.
Now this is
at
extortion.
Convenient point, you know, they will check, flag you down. You know, it's very unfortunate how, and I ask again, what is actually the role of road safety? Let me talk of distances that I know. Do they operate differently in other parts of Nigeria? And then you look at that stretch of road, the economic worth. Why should it take federal government this long to fix it? Like, there was a time people occupied that stretch of road, you know, calling for government attention to fix the roads. But up to this moment, I see that it's snail pace. That's still darling in that kind of road, where we have the refinery, we have his road leading to ports, seaports.
Okay.
You see in other companies in that stretch of east-west road. So what are they actually doing? And then again, you look at this case of tanker drivers. Can't you have them ply within specified periods? Like, because if anything happens, the fatality, the level of intensity of misnomer or accident could not be as same as commercial hours. If you say you fly between 11 p.m. to 4 a.m., so drivers will know that this is when the people, their suppliers will be put in the notice. This is when the supply will come. Estimated period of arrival, 2 hours from the point of takeoff. Are you get what I'm saying? So we are having supplies, and the man needs to arrive by 4 a.m. Which staff is going to receive them? So be on standby.
Dr. Weke,
Instead of flying the same, and you see, what do you call it? These heavy-duty vehicles climbing up flyovers. I don't think it's supposed to be so. Sometimes the thing gets bad, it's up, and to the very little knowledge I have, that flyover is made of dynamic load that must be moving, and such heavy duty, you impact on the health of that facility. So these people fly anytime. And no, we know you plan your stock replenishment. I'm talking about the fuels providers, those in the haulage, you know, industry. You plan, you do a very professional method of your stock replenishment. 100, let us say 70,000 liters, and what you have right now is less than 10,000 liters. It's time for you to start calling for replenishment. And not that people must come at any time. See even what they cost when people are, you know, crossing during the work hours. I mean, the floor traffic where people are in the move for one business or the other. Are you getting what I'm saying? When they are turning, the 1 hour loss they cost. That too is another issue. Why the period of operation should be redesignated to nights. And having said that, we also appreciate the fact that other governors are sympathizing
about it, because I don't know, I haven't seen before, I don't know if it has happened. I've seen road safety agencies on the road, but I haven't seen where they stop tanker drivers before, or these heavy duty truck to check their vehicles the road worthiness of it, but you see them break down on the road here and there. Mr. President have actually called on them, the association, to come together in collaboration with FRC so that they can do something, they can check all of those, they can talk about it. But you're talking about, because this is a good idea that you actually mentioned now, like them having a certain hour of by which they apply the enter road. But let's assume that a vehicle is coming from Kaduna to Rivers State to supply a product. Is it that when they pass each state, once it's 5 o'clock, they want to stop, and then night they continue? Once it's morning, they stop. Night they continue again. Is that how they're going to do it? Don't you think it's going to affect business somehow?
The thing is that don't they? I'm sure in almost all the state there is a fuel tank, or what do they call it? There is this reservoir business people from where these people go to buy from.
Okay.
So either if your own state doesn't have it, the other states, I'm not sure that people from Kaduna, Kano, Meduguri come all the way to buy petrol.
No, not necessarily petrol. What we are talking about, not just fuel, we're talking about these heavy duty vehicles, right? Is that not what you meant?
Yes.
Yeah, so what if maybe they are bringing something all the way from like containers and all of those? How do they move? Won't it affect business?
The delicate nature of the other ones, the effect, the overstretched effect, the hazard effect of the tanker, fuel-laden tankers is not the same as the other
ones.
Types of goods, because this one is carrying an inflammable material item.
Okay.
If you are in the event of any explosion, just like you have seen, the number of casualties, property or probably demand to out of desperation. They are called. Is on call. Please, we are waiting for you. What is the matter? As I'm trying to maneuver. Right? I'm trying to pierce my way through, and then in the process, this thing happened. So the matter here is, who is responsible for bad road? Mr. Government. Who has caused this attitude that led to this massive destruction? The driver, the two drivers. Are you seeing it now?
Okay.
Who should have curtailed the intensity of this issue? Federal Road Safety. The companies around there, maybe probably for social service, driving on a bad tire, a worn-out tire. Are you get what I'm saying? If somebody tries to be impatient in driving, do they tell them, have there been any education unit by Federal Road Safety Corps? Are you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Even if you are issuing somebody license, driver license, do you teach the person the rudiments? Anybody can apply.
Dr. Wike, you think they have not done all of this, but now, I mean, drivers are just overlooking all of those, because you see someone driving on a bad tire, maybe you even call the person's attention, they will tell you, don't worry, I know about it. They always feel they can maneuver. So don't you think some of these issues are actually from drivers and not necessarily from the FRC personnel?
No, there is the FRC personnel.
Oh, you think they've not done enough?
They are law enforcement agents.
Okay.
If you see a defaulting citizen, your own is to apply the law. Your own is to enforce what they ask to enforce. You know why? It might not be only that person's life.
Okay.
There can be an event that will lead to the death of that person and that of others. So that's why you have to act immediately. Not necessarily, you can confiscate the vehicle and then call the people to come. Are you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And when people hear this, it will serve as a deterrent to others. When they hear that, look, these people, this is how they behave. Don't even bother giving them bribe. So the compromise in this case now is between the citizens and then the law enforcers. And the law enforcer is there to serve as a check against the excesses of citizens. That's why you're a law enforcing agent now. You are an exceptionally trained citizen. You're a professional in enforcing the law. Are you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So these are the things we are talking about. They should ensure that the proper thing is done.
All right, so we hope that the federal government will ensure that the proper thing is done, and the FRC, they will do their investigation properly. Now looking at the next story for today from Ekiti State, the Ekiti State Police Command says it is investigating the reported killing of a woman identified as Aniola by the husband, simply known as Adere, in the Adebayo area of Ado Ekiti, the state capital, on Saturday. The State Police Public Relations Officer Sunday Butu, who said on Sunday that the matter was reported to the law enforcement agency by the couple's children, said that in a text message report, police investigating the matter. We received the information from their children. The incident happened on Saturday, 27th April 2024. Sources in the area are dividing over when the incident took place. While some said it occurred on Friday evening, others said it took place on Saturday morning. The source said, we gathered that the couple sent the older of their children on the errand and locked up the door to their place before they start fighting on the issues. Their children, about 5 years old, was inside there. The man was said to have confronted his wife over allegation of infidelity, following which a fight ensued between them. The major disease and her husband and injuries all over the bodies. The woman looked unconscious and was immediately rushed to the hospital, but she gave up the ghost before they get to the hospital, the woman said. Today it's something else, and the stories we are having today. Dr. Oweke, what do you have to say about the issues of domestic violence, husband inflicting pains on wives, and wives the same thing on husband? The children's own things that we can't even talk about right now, because a lot is actually going on because people are on the fast track of getting money and all of that. Of course, we also have a couple we saw in the story that was on Saturday, where husband caught the wife in the act. So he rather told the man that was involved in this, said, okay, you can go your way, dress up and move, and then kill the wife, butcher the wife into pieces. What is going on? Is this the best way to tackle, to handle this infidelity or whatever thing they call it?
I hope the policemen are arresting these men, these people killing women.
We hope so.
They've been arrested, because there is no reason why. I know the man ego. It's not. I'm sure so many men might blame me on what I'm about to say. Like, why will a woman do this? You know, I've done this sacrifice. I've done this. In fact, I've even paid for a bride price. So why will you now show to be unfaithful? Why not divorce the woman? Why not say you have frustrated the marital contract? So may it be now, considered abrogated. So why do you have to fight to the point of fatality, killing somebody? No, now. If the woman doesn't find you suitable, that is why. If I know why men behave like that, because if a man cheats, it's different from when a woman cheats. A woman can follow a man for different reasons, but not for a man. Basically, 90% of the men would follow a woman for attraction. Are you getting me? Probably bodily attraction. There's one kind of thing the man wants to go and investigate.
Dr. Weke,
but
cheating is cheating.
No, I'm trying to push out something. I'm talking from the man's perspective. You've not been a man before. Are you planning to be a man? I like it from the men's world. But you see, a woman can follow a man for money, for body build, for what she thinks she can get, even for a relationship, so that I can have access to this power, to this place and all that. But hardly will a man do that. Are you getting what I'm saying? So because the man is confused, or even for bed issues, the man is now at that point confused. What could have led to this? Okay, no wonder she talks to me like this. And it's also presumed that women who are unfaithful disrespect the other man. And because that's the men who usually get angry. I want to establish a background. You understand? Not to provide a soft landing for the man.
Okay.
I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to tell you the man's perspective, why they get so angry. Like, probably the woman may not have been respecting the man the way he wants. And you're not suspecting, oh, no wonder. You have seen this, you have seen that, and that is why cooperate with me the way you do. So, but in order to go for the life you have taken, so it should be established that if you have issues around fidelity with your partner, do you understand? And if that marriage was properly legally consummated, you initiate a process of divorce. I don't know if I can say, because it's sufficient ground to ask for it. Okay. Instead of beating somebody, it's an assault. I'd like this at the surface level, beating. If you inflict bodily injury on the person, she can press for assault as a criminal offense. That alone, let alone killing somebody on the grounds that she was found unfaithful. Now, sorry, even if you don't find her cheating, if you have never found your wife cheating, is that enough to say that she has never cheated? That you are even lucky to see her cheating? Do you understand? So why not take advantage and say, okay, if you sense that, okay, I can see cope with her, right? You know, it's okay. How do you go about it? For me, I think we should separate, right? It doesn't have to call for shouting or quarrel.
All right.
So you serve her the
all right,
papers.
Dr. Weke, before we go on a break, I want to ask this simple one. You said something that women cheat for different reasons, but men is mostly for attraction and all of that. But be it attraction, be it for the sake of money, be it for whatever reason it may be, I believe cheating is cheating. How come when men cheat, women don't kill them?
You kill them, go and kill them. Go and kill them.
But when a woman cheats, I mean, the story is different.
That probably the men have shown to be stronger. Do you know how many men have also that have died? You know, when men act like this, it becomes louder. Are you getting me? Yeah. This women thing, they say they are very careful of men's action. And men too should be careful. If you do a little bit of thing, it's blown up. Do you know how many men have died as a result of cheating? If you are caught cheating, do you know what some women might kill you, but not as open as battle, because they feel you are stronger. They may not come physically.
So could it be that men are stronger and then women are smarter? Is
whatever it is, all is strength, smart and stronger, strength in different forms. So no, let's look at it. There have been women who have killed men as a result of cheating. But that killing is what I don't understand. Somebody said this. You want to show love
by killing.
You want to show somebody that you love him to the point that,
so in other words, marriage is necessary.
It's not the ultimate.
It's necessary, but it's not important.
Yes, it's not something that you have to say, if not, you kill it. No, why not allow her go? You can live your life, you know.
Okay, according to Dr. Weke, marriage is necessary, but it is not important. And killing because of infidelity is not a way out. That is not the best way to solve it. You can actually send the woman packing, or better still the man, instead of taking another's life. This is Society Watch on Atlantic Television Network, who will return after the short break. This status.
From the land across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today. Only on ATN.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Society Watch on Atlantic Television Network, and now the rest of our stories. S8Ciety Nigerian has urged the federal government to address corruption in the management of ecological fund to combat Nigeria's food crisis. This appeal was made during a stakeholders consultative forum in Abuja, where they also launched a report on the implementation of the Great Green Walls initiatives. They emphasized the need for the transparent use of ecological funds, expressing concern over misappropriation. The organization aims to support the GGWI by promoting transparency, accountability, and anti-corruption measures. The report was presented by Dr. Ibrahim. The Ecological Fund is an intervention fund by the federal government of Nigeria to address ecological challenges in various communities, and now the mismanagement of it is a crime against humanity because it is responsible for the loss of many lives, displacements of millions of people, and destruction of properties worth trillions of naira, according to environmental experts. Political interference with the allocation the CISLAs believe it is essential for ecological fund to be spent transparently in this country. You know, in 2021, this is the same issue that came out when about 16.4 million was allocated for this ecological fund. And in 2022, the same thing. Why are they always calling for probing? Is it that something cannot be done outright? And now that the CISLA has come up to say they believe that this should be transparent, what is the possibility that this time they will get it right?
Thank you. Ecological issues are very natural disaster issues.
Okay.
It should be assessed, it should be approached the same way we approach a storm, physical storms. If you go around Ekusigo, around Anambra Axis, and see what, or the Southeast Axis especially, generally, if you see what ecological impact, the washing off of the earth, you know, you will feel pity for those people around there. And if there's a fund for it to mend the soil, I don't know what technology is involved. Are you with me? And somebody somewhere is not showing the way it should be, then it calls for, you know, queries. Okay. Because over the years, these funds have been earmarked. I'm sure some international bodies bring this money, so counterpart funding. They might also talk about technology. So if the point is that you people cannot hold your longer truth anytime it comes to money, why not the drafters of this fund, you know, put it into tangible form? Why not you concretize it instead of the liquid cash form? What do I mean? If you say the international partners convert yours to technology, send us the technology, then these other people, you do, right, will now use it to pay the personnel. That will go a long way in curbing all of these things that they are approaching to be impossible. You say money has been earmarked for a project, you don't see it go to the point it is budgeted for. So what kind of country are we? And then we are talking about development. How can we develop like that? If money is given to you, you cannot use it for the purpose it is meant. Go to, let's even, ecology is even imparting in schools, some schools, you can't go there because it's been washed off. So how do you not talk about education for all? How do you talk about liberating the people? When you as a government official, you look the people die, you watch them perish, you have the money, you cannot facilitate the disbursement or give it to the appropriate quarters or monitor how the use of the money. So what kind of country are we? So I am only profiling solution that the other people's own could be concretized into providing technology. You give us the drawings, you know, bring equipment, there's anything like that. Bring the people, the engineers that will be on ground. Our own will be to supervise. Let this ministry show presence, because it's partnership, collaboration, show presence. Why the monies that these other two parties will be housed in our own account? Then or you can create a special account for it. You can do this state by state. maybe it's the state government, you are creating this account, you are a signatory to it, I'm a signatory to it, then the mandate will say that the two signatories must sign before money is released. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Okay.
So this will go a long way in solving.
Many lives are going into this. What is the tendency that they will do something?
No, this is a good push, but if your push is still respecting the status quo, the way you've been doing it, then you might not necessarily achieve results. If you must, not immediately. Why not do an alteration of the norm?
Okay.
You alter the processes and procedures of keeping this ecological fund.
Okay.
I don't know if I get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because if you say, bring your own money, who keeps this money? We are hearing of state governors spending monies, right?
Okay.
Each national should assess. Maybe there's a threshold for the PAMSEC commissioner. Then there is an amount that is approvable by the council, at the state level council, federal executive council, state council. And when it is approved, it is gazetted. Gazetted in the sense that it becomes a document of government. Everybody has seen today. That's why most times, most approvers, they'll come, the spokesperson of government will usually come out to tell the people what decisions have been taken. Do you understand? So it is profiled into government accountability profile. But you see, monies that you just hear, this one has gone this way, they look for ways to retire it. But this one, every eye is seeing. You will have to monitor what use the money we put into. So all these things will help to curtail the excesses of individualistic tendencies of corruption. If you have money, are you with me? If you have this money, a special account is opened for it. The international counterpart appends. The Nigerian counterpart appends to the signature of that account. And that no one person draws from that account except the signatures of the 2 or 3 signatories made up of Nigeria and non-Nigerian partners. That is the only way we can go forward. If we continue to go this Nigerian way, they will tell you that they have mobilized people to site. And true, if you go there, you see people carrying shovel, carrying rod. Some people carrying something that looks like video, and then looking at other human beings, right? They have mobilized people to site. So what is your problem? People are on site. When are they coming out of the site? You say, do you want them to come out? Then as they are leaving, they say that certain indigenes of that place cannot allow people to work. You see the problem. They can create stories around why that money cannot be used. So why not we create, I appreciate what these non-governmental organizations are doing, but let them create suggestions that could be impacting to achieve positive results.
So you think that this suggestion is not impacting enough? Because first of all, they have to first of all carry out investigation, probe how the money, where the money entered, how it was used, before they can now think otherwise. Because no matter the solution preferred, without these first steps, do you think that something tangible will be achieved?
Let them continue now. Let them continue. But while they are continuing in this investigation, let them also make suggestions on the way forward. That is the future ecological funds, how this money should be directed. You see this, we have heard this now, people have been investigating. They will add to the list of...
The female circumcision is a crime punishable by up to 4 years imprisonment under the Violence Against Person Prohibition Act 2015 and various state VAPP laws. This came in response to a question on social media about the necessity of circumcising baby girls to prevent promiscuity. NAFTIC debunked this May, warning against the practice and urging people to educate others about illegality of female circumcision. Wow. Is this thing still happening in your locality? Are they still circumcising female baby girls in your locality? That is for you, if it is happening. And then I think you need to, you have to speak up, because this is a crime. And remember, it's punishable by law. 4 years imprisonment, you will be there. Dr. Weke, what do you think about female circumcision?
It's medically and legally. I think there have been so many voices against that kind of action. You know, you cut a woman part, you call it circumcision. What are you actually removing? I don't know. So why not people heed? How is it affecting your daughter? How do you know that it will lead to promiscuity? Are you get what I'm saying? That is there any way you will? Okay, even if your daughter doesn't get attracted to men or don't, will you not get worried? Like your grown daughter, you don't see any man around her.
Don't you think
Like
they're
you
trying
don't
to?
hear her talk about men.
Don't you think they're trying to prevent maybe fornication at the early age or something?
Which one is fornication now? This is natural prompt now. Well, can you prevent it? The girl goes out and gets it. She's affected. Does not remind her that really you need a man. Her thinking and her friends. You say, how come? No matter how this guy plays around me and nothing has moved me to go and see. But my friends are always telling me stories. For this reason alone, let me go and find out these things that they're saying. So have you curtailed it? Oh, if I say, even if I didn't enjoy it too, but this guy gave me this money, he gave me this, he took me to this place, he took me to this place, and that's exactly what my friends are saying. She probably might not enjoy it as much as the other people, but she is also following for social and other reasons. What I'm trying to say is that the law prohibits it. The pains, the humanitarian conduct, you know, is against it. Okay. So why not obey the law? Leave the girl child alone to grow now. Which one is promiscuity and the law thing and culture, whatever it is? Some of these things are man in humanity to man. You inflict pain on them. Okay,
now that they have come up with this idea that anyone found guilty of this will go to 4 years imprisonment, is it going to happen when they, because like you said, most of these children, when they grow up, they just know that they are not complete, but they don't know exactly what happened until they found out that they have been circumcised. So is it that they will arrest the parents, or would it be right in the act? Are they trying to prevent it now, or something that has been? What exactly are they trying to do? Because there are some religion, there are some parts of this country that believe that this is what should be done. There are some parts of religions that believe that this should be done. How are they going to fight that? Because this has nothing to do with one or two person. It has a lot to do with a body. It has a lot to do with a community, better still a state. So how do you fight that? Are you going to arrest everyone from the community, yes, or are you going to arrest everyone from the organization?
No, you can only talk about arrest when there is a prosecutor, when there is a report, somebody has lodged a complaint, when there is a complainant, okay, when somebody is aggrieved, and you bring up the matter to law enforcement agencies. Okay. That we have to establish first. But there is one point you mentioned that has to do with religion. Religion is a potent matter in this case. If it is culture alone, you can even see how you can maneuver it. But religion is very heavy. People indoctrination is a social attack. So why not they go to this? The campaign should continue. I mean, these religious houses, appeal to them why they should not inflict injury on people. That God is not asking them for creation to assist him create after he has created. These are ways you can beg them now. If it is the Christians, you open the Bible that from the beginning God made male and female. If it is the Quran, I hope the Quran, right? Yeah. You tell them God has finished creation now. Please allow what God has made to remain. So I'm sure all of this will go a long way. During that these churches, because that is the most dangerous part of it. Yeah, if it has to do with religion, you now go and beg them. Exactly. If you can get through religious method, if you can get a portion of their scriptures to appeal to them, that you shouldn't interfere in what God has done. That who are you to disrespect the creation of God, to reconstruct what God has made?
And what if it is not there in their own holy book or whatever?
No, it should be there.
What if it is there that this is the best thing that should be done? A female child should be circumcised. how do you talk them into knowing that it's not the right thing to do? Because this is something that they have eaten from the onset till they grow.
No, but what I know about these scriptures of these religions is that there's a space for freedom, choice. I don't think there's even the Bible says, come to me, all ye that labor. There's a come request, come. He did say, all ye that labor, you must come, even you as you're laboring. He's still putting it as a so, but I see that all of these things in the Holy Scriptures have the choice option. Why do you want to begin to debilitate this child? Why do you want to begin to, decongest what God has made in this person?
Okay.
This is